Hey guys, welcome back to your YouTube channel where we learn something new every day. And in today's video, we are going to learn everything about date function, how we can use them in VBA, how you can add certain number of days, years, months in VBA, and even how you can add hours, minutes, or seconds. Coming up. Now, before we move on to our today's video, if you are new on this channel and want to keep learning and keep growing, we share a new video every day, something new related to VBA to learn every day. So consider subscribing. Moving on to my screen, right now as you can see, column A is empty on my file, right? And I'll now open my VBA editor. You can press Alt and F11 to open it on your end. And if you don't have a module already inserted, you can press Insert and Module, okay? I've already written the code here so that we can save some time here, right? So we'll start very fast with the first code. So you can see I've given the name of the sub procedure as date functions. You can give any name, it's okay, right? Then I have written in range A1, which is this cell A1, right? I want today's date. So for today's date, right, in Excel, you write is equal to today, and then you leave the bracket open and close, right? Here you just have to write date. So this will write today's date. I'll just run this. All right, so you can see that today's date is now on this screen, okay, on A1, right? So now I'll just close this Project Explorer and Properties windows because we don't need them, so that I can show you the code more clearly, right? So now you would be seeing it in a better way. So as you can see, range A1 is equal to date. So you just have to write date, and this will print today's date in cell A1, okay? Another thing which we can do is like what I have done in range A2. So this is a function. You can write CDate. So what the CDate basically does, it convert any text function, any text value, I would say, into a date format, right? So this will convert, let's say I have written a text 14 December 2020, right? So this will CDate function will convert this into a date, right? Similarly, you can write any other format also. Like if you see I have written month here, but in this case I have written month before date, right? And in the next case I have written the full month name, right? Instead of just writing DEC, I have written full. What you will see is that this date function is able to convert all of these text formats. So I'll press F8 to run this 3 codes, and I'll just show you my screen. So you can see I have the 14 December here, then I have the 15 December, and then 16 December, right? So this way any of the formats are supported, as I said. So you can mention any, you can mention it in any way text, and this will give you the date format. Okay, this is about using dates, date function and CDate function. Now I'll show you how you can add date. So for example, today's date, right? So I have written date here because I want to add 1 year in today's date. So the way you have to write is, this is the DateAdd function, right? So range A5 because I want value in A5, and what value I want is DateAdd. So you have to write triple Y for 4 times Y for to add 1 year in this date. So I am basically adding here 1 year in today's date. Again, it's not necessary to write it like this. I've written few other formats also. You can see you can pick a value from any cell, right? You can also write it like this, the way we did it while you were using CDate function, right? So all these formats are supported in DateAdd function, all right? I'll run this once I'll just explain you another two also. So next thing is, like, this was about adding year. So right, But similarly, you can add month. So let's say if I want to add month, you just have to write M in double quotes, right? And if you want to add 1 month, just write 1 month. And the date for which I want to add 1 month is in range A3. Again, you can write in any format. So I have mentioned it in 2 ways, right? And if you want to add some days, you can write D instead of M. And this way, you can add some days to the existing date that you already have in your file. Okay, so moving on to the last thing, which is date add. Again, if you want to add some hours to, let's say this example, I have taken 14 December 1 p.m. right? This is exact 1 p.m. and I want to add 1 hour. So I've written 1. You can write 2, 3, 4, any number, and this supports it. And for minutes, you have to write N, because in this syntax of DateAdd, M is already taken by month. So that's why for minutes, you can't write M, you have to write N. Okay. So again, I want to add 1 minute in row 11, A11. So I've written 1. Similarly, if you want to add seconds, you can just write how many seconds you want to add here and the date or time in which you want to add, right? So this is how you can use DateAdd function, CDate function, or date function, right? So all these are supported. Now I'll press F5, so this runs everything, and I'll show you in my Excel file, right? So you can see dates are added. We already saw that, and now you can see 1 year is added when I used 1 year, and this is taking date from A2, so sorry, A3, so it has added 1 year here. And the next one was adding 1 year to 14 December, right? So adding 1 year to 14 December in A7, right? So in A7 we have 2021 instead of 2020. So 1 year is added. Similarly, 1 month is added in the row 8, right? So row 8, 1 month is added. It has become 12/15/2021. And if we talk about row 9, we added 1 day. So you can see instead of 14 December, this has now turned to 15 December, right? Similarly, in next row 10, you can see 1 hour is added. I added 1 hour to 1 o'clock, right? So 1 o'clock, I added 1 hour in the first case. So that is added. So it become 2 a.m., right? In the next case, you can see 1 minute is added, right? And in the third case, you can see 1 second is added. So that's it for today's video. I hope this is going to be helpful to you. If yes, don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe and hit the bell icon if you haven't done that yet. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.